Здравейте, здравейте, момци и моми. Аз съм GMR, а това е епизод 35 от поредицата ми на The Outer Worlds. Видим докъде бяхме стигнали. Бяхме тук вътре. И май нещо. И май нещо не ни харесаха като актьор. Но няма значение. Това звучи добре, когато някакъв неприятен ефект ни засегне, ние ще правим 20% повече денч. Добре. Прощайте. Така. Пак си почистим гърлото, нещо ми е раздразнено. Да видим сега тук, мога ли си говорим с барона първо. Синя кървомери, добре. Окей, както искаш, живете. I want to ask you something.
Oh, all means. Ask away.
Какво е да работиш в Византия?
I don't believe in work. Work is for automechanicals and lower classes.
Are you serious?
I don't mean to sound cruel. There's nothing wrong with working. It's just so unnecessary. Why bother? We all have our roles in society. I like to think of myself as an entrepreneur. This drinking establishment is my investment.
Някакви интересни
Rizzo's Spectrum Vodka is about
слухове.
to release its newest color, ultraviolet, completely invisible to the naked eye.
Окей. Много работа. Но, просто. О! Как си котин пъте! Голем симпатия, аз си много тромав. Вижте го, вижте го какъв е симпатия, бе. Как си я... Си я табла. Кърпа. Айде да говорим с този.
Hey, stand back. You. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail. That means you gotta keep 5 feet back.
Are you supposed to drink on the job?
Of course not. But I'm not on the job right now. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all.
What's so important about guarding Minister Quark?
He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone.
A key, you say?
That's right. Not just anyone is allowed to have a key to Minister Clark's residence. It's all very high level.
Това е якото. Anything you can tell me? Anything you can tell me about Minister Clark?
Oh, he's medium height with like medium colored hair and like kind of a medium face. Just like in his posters.
Mm-hmm. You haven't met him, have you?
Everyone tells me he's very private, okay? Besides, I just started.
How about I buy you a drink to celebrate your promotion?
That's a great idea. I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
Sure have, because today's my big day.
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst. You have a Spectrum vodka for a new pal?
Sure thing. Here to your promotion.
Cheers to me. Hey, you are really great. Have I told you that?
No.
We should be friends.
Of course, why not?
Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
Yes, of course. Let's have another.
It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you've got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a manosaur. You got a manosaur energy.
Super.
Oh, lost. I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
Let's have another.
I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
Guess I can't argue with that.
Това е доктор Радева.
Yeah. Is that one supposed to taste like purple berry crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Така. Да го наприхме. Това го накъркахме с табиларката. Ние да не го убихме това. Надявам се, че не. Сега ако сме го убили, голяма работа, па чак по толкова. Сега мисля да минем, тук бяхме, така че мисля да минем една сам. Да видим тази сграда, после ще дойдем тук да видя тази сграда. Аз на къде също трябва да отида? Чакай. Трябва да излезем от другата страна. Ето от тук. Съжалявам, че прекъсвам разговора, просто искам да погледна, нали. Just living. Нищо интересно. Въпреки че 1300 експо. Това не е малко. Но, както и да е.
Is it me, or could each of these homes fit all of Edra? Nice thing about traveling with the captain, we meet all sorts of new people.
Sure. Best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater.
Ужас.
Kind of hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Стига, бе.
Favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice.
Ужас. Нещо, играта тук много накъсва, насича нещо. Не как трябва.
Dr. Ellie, you ever wonder if maybe we got some things in common?
There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial grade cleaning solvent in desperation.
Добре. Да речем, че ще влезем тук. 318. Всичко е заключено, нали? А може би не. Добре, да, тези тук са заключени, тази синя вратичка, значи може да се влезе.
We certainly didn't expect to see you like this. And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Едва се сдържам. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for welcoming лапсуси. Welcoming us into your home. По някой път, като ти заплета езика.
He's usually not like this. Come on, you're supposed to help me make an impression. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right?
Indeed, we've saved towns and restored property across the Halcyon.
Are you trying to make me look bad?
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
Don't treat her like that. She's come a long way to see you.
I mean, we had other business in Byzantium, so it's not like we went out of our way. But you can't just kick us out. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors.
Hold on. These floors aren't just nice. They're top quality marble.
He's right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand. We hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
Listen quietly.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
Why do you get the feeling you people are about to apologize for something?
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather substantial.
You what?
But I'm sure you're much happier now, knowing Ellie Ellie's alive and well, right?
Of course. And we shall always harbor that joyful secret deep within our hearts.
And you'll report it to the insurance company, right?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
So tell them Ellie's back. You'll be the talk of the town.
That's the other problem.
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we?
Why not?
The neighbors would talk, and not in a good way.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jolly-Curl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Ellie, are you done with these jerks?
Not until I get some answers. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
You people should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, we're trying to avoid further embarrassment.
I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two stomping about.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
I don't know about you, Ellie, but I'm ready to cause a scene.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time. Here we go!
Don't kill me!
What in the void did you do?
Не съм се
I don't
забавлял.
like how things went down either, but did you have to go and kill them? Me being mad doesn't mean I wanted you to murder them. You're on your own now. Consider my debt to you forgotten and cancelled.
Окей.
It sure better be. Now go!
Айде да е сега. Какво се разчакаш? Лово, да, айде да видиш, че съм пич. Просто почувствах така необходимост да стрелям. По нещо тъпо. Опа. Така.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid.
We,
Uh,
you. And that's
Мгм. По-спомня се опитвам да вървя с...
yeah.
quiet.
Well,
По-спомня се опитвам да вървя с тия неща. Come on.
Damn right, Captain. Fine.
Тук реших да го променя все
I'm
пак.
gone.
Да не то романс.
let's just put this unpleasantness behind us.
Yeah, whatever. Jerks.
Can we talk?
Естествено, само да мине малко насам. Айде.
Can you believe those two?
Мгм.
We've hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage.
They shouldn't have gotten so upset.
Wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop a mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed.
And then what?
I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either the leather's fake but the scars are real, or oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
How about? Няма да се намешвам.
Father would throw his hands up because this would be just like me to come back and make a big scene. Then Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob.
Hey, chin up. You're better than this.
I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain.
Малко се бетона на техните. That sounds familiar.
I hope you don't think I'm talking about this because I want to be introspective.
I think there is a lesson here, Ellie.
Uh-oh, looks like we're in for a big talk.
You can learn something from this. It's up to you to determine what that is.
Can I just have a drink and punch some poor defenseless pillow instead? Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money?
I don't follow. I keep talking.
I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off.
Заслужават си го.
My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
Айде. I need to ask you a few things. Няма какво да питаме. Добре. Да, защо не? Защо да не се забъркаме по този интересен начин? Това е къща, в която не можем да влезнем. Прощайте.
Access to Byzantium is impossible without a proper ladder. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to be somewhere else.
Oh, splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
That's a rude way to greet someone.
Forgive me if my manners don't live up to the standards of an interloper who accosts total strangers in their own neighborhood. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness.
Да, но аз продължавам да имам оръжие и да се колебая да не го използвам върху всичките сноби с бастуни в задниците тук. What's wrong with more people coming to Byzantium?
What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum, personal hygiene. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. We earned its luxuries. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse.
That's a terrible attitude. You shouldn't look down on the people like that.
Oh, do spare me your petty judgment. It's beneath me. Millions and millions of bits beneath me. By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium to themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there. Tell me, how is that fair?
Аре това.
Oh, by the law. I mean the principle of it, not the mechanics. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you to investigate this travesty, and you get paid to do so?
She's got a point. We're probably gonna get shot at anyway. Might as well make a few bits.
Yes. Listen to your... What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Or do you just keep them around as a mobile armrest? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement, and you'd be thrilled to lend me your services. Aren't you?
Why would I ever help you with something so selfish?
Did you miss the part where I said I'd pay you? That's all the reason someone like you should require.
Give me something better.
Better than money? Let's see, there's... no. The thrill of discovery. Like in an Aetherwave adventure. People love those, right? Don't you want to see what the retirement district is like?
Всъщност искам. Fine, I'll do it. Сега, това означава ли, че ще се откажа от парите? Защото аз пък, в крайна сметка, ако ще го правя, не ще да се отказвам от парата. I do like... Ма не... Добре, fine, I'll do it, but not for the money. И се надявам все пак да получа някакви кинти.
Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, vagrant. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. You'd never get in that way. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree, which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security, just correct this injustice at all costs.
How did you get those access codes?
The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. I made friends with the right people. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means everyone here has little need for more of them. For favors like this, you need to spend... let's call it social capital. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
If the port isn't supposed to let people into the city, how do you get here?
I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see.
What's a CIO? Wait, but what did you do to earn your place here?
I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him.
Inheriting bits is not the same as earning them.
Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful. And if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple concept.
What's a CIO?
Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but that's basically the same thing. It was a very long list.
What other ideas did he come up with?
Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. Everyone loves the purple ones. And you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that one came to him in a dream. He was a true visionary, so far ahead of his time.
Whoa. Gee, come on.
You're welcome.
Колкото повече стоявам тук, толкова повече искам да използвам това пушкало.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
I'm here for Minister Quark.
That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors. You don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS.
Was the minister expecting a delivery?
Minister Clark's a private man. You're asking too many questions.
Very well. Добре, аз както ги виждам нещата, ще трябва да се промъкваме Но вижте, там има нещо, някаква работа имаме там. 80 метра. Интересно, че тук не го виждам.
You don't much like me, huh, Blackridge? It's nothing personal. I'm just not the touchy-feely type. It's just you seem fine with the others. Did I do something to make you unhappy with me? You gotta stop taking things so personal. You're setting yourself up for a letdown.
Сейфче.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here.
Секунда. О,
Oh, what are you doing here?
ами, очевидно лагвам. Поне играта лагва. What are you doing here?
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something?
О, да.
Laws, I knew it. You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
What are you worried about?
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then.
Calm down and tell me what happened.
They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals.
I could look for your sprats.
Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course.
What are the maintenance tunnels beneath Byzantium for?
Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here.
But why won't you go into the tunnels yourself?
Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors.
Rumors like what?
Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever.
Много
Not
яко.
that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course.
Why are there exterminator mechanicals in the tunnels?
To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance.
I'm wondering why you're so attached to these sprats.
They're for my, research.
Дали? Или ги хапва, или ги... Ако се сещате. Out with it already.
Oh, very well. It's true. I do run studies on them at the lab, but I also have a special connection with them. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. You must have seen the classic episodes.
Just tell me, what this has to do with your sprats?
Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on in rodent form. So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back.
Добре. So, your sprats. What are their names?
Not just names, they all have backstories too. There's Lord Reginald Kim III, Lady Philippa Farnsworth, Vonda von Vermington, Haroon Greenlee, Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez, and Evelyn Ensley Okoye.
Добре. Oh shit. Защо ми трябваше да го питам? Who are Worth, Reginald and Lady Philippa?
Ah, she's the chief executive of Farnsworth Incorporated and a fearless captain of industry. He's a mercurial shareholder. They're in a rather tumultuous marriage contract.
What's Vonda's stories?
She's
Story.
an ambitious shareholder in Farnsworth Incorporated who wants more than stock. Or does she? It's difficult to tell what exactly she's after, but she is trying to seduce both Lord Reginald and Lady Philippa.
Това последно няма мога да го произнеса. От сега ви казвам. I'm curious about Haroon Greenlee and Iskander Emmanuel.
So is everyone. Haroon is a mysterious young man with amnesia. His backstory is still a work in progress. Iskander is Lady Philippa's trusty assistant. He's trying to seduce Vonda.
Evelyn? Evelyn се чете? Не съм сигурен. Who's Evelyn Ensley? Окей.
She's a member of Farnsworth Incorporated
Примерно.
regulatory board. A wise woman with a sharp tongue and a heart of gold.
Who am kidding? I don't need to hear about this. Oh,
Something else?
you seemed surprised I'd help you.
I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind offer.
Подозрително вика. Мила оферта. Прав е. Има си причина. О.
Hey, I saw
You
that.
gotta teach me that.
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
I don't have time for this. Move along.
Сега видим тук. Краде ли се? Краде се.
Burning the midnight oil, are we?
Не.
Halcyon Parcel Service's work is never done. Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. Deliveries guaranteed within standard margins of accuracy.
What exactly do you do here?
Halcyon Parcel Service is the most dependable parcel delivery service in the colony. You might even say we're part and parcel of Halcyon's commercial enterprise. That's just a little parcel joke.
So, if someone needed a package delivered, they come here.
Nope, just parcels. We don't deal in packages.
What's the difference?
It's very technical. Halcyon Parcel Service strictly adheres to the standards and definitions of packaging as outlined by the Executive Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. We can ship all the parcels you want. But if I start shipping packages, I could get into some real trouble. Handcuffs and hard labor trouble.
Откачени хора навсякъде в тази игра.
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. Have a prosperous day.
Мога ли свършим работа нещо? Нещо помогна? Nope. Ами добре, тук мисля да сложа край на епизода. Преди да слеземе долу да го търсим на този животинките. Значи пожелавам всичко най-хубаво. Чао, чао и до нови срещи.